Hi there. We just want to say to every teacher on Teacher Appreciation Week that we are frustrated that we had a $30 million bill and did not address the major issues that we're hearing from teachers, from schools, administrators, and from parents all over the state, that we need to support our teachers, we need to support our students with supports like mental health, and certainly the cross-subsidy for students who need special needs. This is a bill that's short-sighted, that doesn't not meet the moment. In a time where we have a $9 billion surplus, we can do better, and we must do better for our families and our kids. So we're unfortunately going to have to solve this in conference committee, but we are hopeful that the differences between the House and the governor's proposal will make up for the lack of investments in teachers and students in the classroom that this bill does with the Senate Republican majority.
Sorry. Anybody else? Say your name.
This is Senator Mary Kunesh, and I think it's important to remember that throughout the day we heard discussion about this historic investment in our educational system, when in fact it's basically a historic disappointment in our educational system. This omnibus bill was a single subject, which we like to see, but unfortunately it kept it to just one item. A bill that does not address the mental health issues, the large class sizes, the lack of support in social services with our therapy and attention to the needs of our students very uniquely. It does not address the fact that, once again, our schools are going to have to start the school year with less teachers than they've had before, larger class sizes, and it's just very, very much of a disappointment, a historic disappointment. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chuck Wiger, State Senator, Maplewood. I am very disappointed. This bill gets incomplete. It significantly ignores crucial issues that are facing our schools. Mental health. We have a crisis that we've heard from students, from staff, from parents. There is nothing here to address that. Schools have asked us to address the need for additional funding for teachers, for programs to help fully fund special education, English language learners, to try to increase the amount of teachers that we need for special education. As teachers are leaving, we need to recruit and retain especially more teachers of color. And we will continue to do all we can to respond to the needs that school boards, that parents, that the students have expressed to us. So this bill gets an incomplete. We will continue to fight to improve it. On the subject of literacy, for improving reading proficiency, of course, we all support that. In fact, Governor Walz has an even stronger program which would provide additional funding for the reading proficiency training programs, and we had an amendment that would have done that. It also had additional funding for dyslexia in collecting additional information. We would have provided additional opportunities in early childhood education. A student is more likely to be reading proficient if they are ready for K. So start early, make those investments, and that will lead to a much better end product so that all students graduate. Thank you.
I'm Erin Murphy, and I represent a district in St. Paul. There is no more important investment than we could make in this building than in making sure that our public schools are fully funded. And because of a budgetary gimmick 20 years ago, our schools continue to struggle with inflationary increases. We know that the district that I represent is behind by more than $7 million because of a shortfall related to that budget gimmick 20 years ago. We are hearing all over the state that our schools are struggling with funding. And in this season of surplus, there's nothing more important than making sure that we're getting enough funding to our public schools. $30 million in literacy is fine, but it won't work if there aren't enough educators and ESPs in our schools, and they're leaving because of the conditions under which they're working. So for our students, and if we believe, and I do, and we do, that our students should, out of our work, get the very best education that they can, regardless of their ability, regardless of where they live. Every student should get an excellent education, and this bill falls far short.
question?
Thank you. And just wrapping up, Senator Melisa Lopez, Franzen, Senate District 49, but also Senate Minority Leader in the Minnesota Senate. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.